there's never a question, I don't think, about Candace and my relationship. It's not a woman and woman, it's just who I'm in love with. So I don't think anybody blinks an eye at it. Yeah, I don't even think anything of it being same-sex at all.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah.
Yeah, we're young enough to not have the stigma or the like the horror stories.
Right. Yeah, it's not the 70s. Or 80s.
Yeah, I mean, if you think gay marriage has been 10 years, and if we started to seriously start dating or considering our love life serious 5 years prior to that, it was already in motion. Like, society had already been aware of same-sex couples.
Yeah. Ellen came out.
It was paved for us. The 10th year anniversary of gay marriage.
Same-sex marriage.
Same-sex marriage, sorry. Thank you. Is definitely...
It's significant, it's exciting, obviously, for all the obvious reasons, I think.
Yeah. I was sick in my early 20s, so to say. So I never thought I would... I always said I had cancer in my early 20s. So I never thought I would live to see my brother graduate. So when my brother graduated, I was like, my life was complete. So at that point, I kind of just was like, whatever happens will be. So to fall in love and then to actually be able to marry that person, it had just changed for me. It's more than just a commitment. It's more than just a piece of paper. It's like the universe giving me a chance at everything I never thought I would be able to. It's a spiritual gift.
Now, when I just listened to that, I think now it does kind of significantly mean something for me, especially 10 years later, the first time I got married, completely different place in my life, and at this point, I'm born again. So it does mean something for me now, for sure, in the 10th anniversary, because I don't know if I thought I'd be alive 4 years ago. So, and especially, you know, it's like for me, it's like a do-over.
Right.
In all the right ways, because I know that I got it right.
And, you know, one could argue, like, we don't need a piece of paper for the spiritual growth, but...
I do, yeah.
But we do. We do. Because it's just as important.
Yeah, because, yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't need a piece of paper to tell me when I'm married.
That you're never leaving.
Yeah. Doesn't stop her from bitching at me for leaving the toilet seat up.
All right.
But, just kidding. I don't stand up to pee.
That's very important. Back, something that I didn't mention earlier, but if you recall, after Massachusetts allowed same-sex marriage, there was an effort in the legislature to do a constitutional amendment. And we appealed to then Senator Bador and Representative Harriet Stanley, and we said, we think marriage is going to be very important in the future to the resolution of our case. And they said, both of them said, it will never have this level of importance. You will never be able to use it for federal recognition. And I'm happy to say that because we have same-sex marriage, we were able to get the rights ultimately through the federal government. No, so yeah, it turned out to be a critical piece, is that if we did not have same-sex marriage in Massachusetts, we would never have been able to move the federal government to where it is today.
Well, it is a great failure because that has never been my right, but was Tim's rights. Was not my rights of being here as an immigrant. It was his right to have whoever he loves here with him. And yeah, because of marriage, we was able to fight this. We would not be able to fight if we didn't get married. Sure. Last year, when the Supreme Court finally gave us the right, then they didn't even know how to act with us, so they reopened my case. But okay, now I have to wait for 3 years in order to get citizenship. But if they would look it up down on the path, it's like, isn't that supposed to be retroactive? For example, we got married, our case got denied in 2009. So now I didn't even get the green card. I'm about to get the green card. It's on process. So I can't leave the country now. And I'm gonna get the green card and then wait for 3 more years in order to become a citizenship. So altogether, we are adding, will be what, 16 years battle.
Yeah, I think I'm just amazed. I think it makes us feel a lot more secure in the outside world. Not so much internally because we already had that. But I think I'm just amazed at people's perceptions in the 10 years. The support for marriage, I don't like to call it gay marriage because that makes it sound different.
It's just marriage.
It's just marriage. Just that trend of the support and how that's the trajectory is just upward and it's just continuing. I don't think I ever thought that would happen. So, what are your thoughts?
Well, you said this was a piece on the 10-year anniversary, and I had to think for a minute. 10 years, really? But I think every May 17th is a celebration for the gay community. We know that date is very important, and so every May 17th we've said, wow, this many years ago we were at Lawrence City Hall, scared of what we would encounter, which all we encountered were a few other couples and Roombo newspaper. So and someone blowing bubbles. That was it. But we do acknowledge it when the date comes around because it is a date that is important.
You mean May 17th?
Yes, May 17th as just a milestone in the gay community because it happened here in Massachusetts first and it did not go back and it's only gone forward. So we definitely acknowledge it. But for us, we were solid before, we are solid still. I don't think that affects us so much in our inside lives. We were always honest and with each other right there from the beginning. So all it's done is help us externally, and the more people who know they have gay family members and gay coworkers and that's why it's going up and up and up for support because people realize, oh, maybe it wasn't such a big thing after all. You guys are just living your lives and you need to throw a ball with your kid or whatever. That's all it is. Marriage is marriage, and 10 years. Have we earned the right to not say gay marriage yet? Is it just marriage now? How much goes by before we just say we're married? We're not gay married. We are, but we're not.
We're happy.
I mean, technically, yes, that's true. Happy married. So when May 17th comes and we have filled out that form at City Hall, we will believe that at least for a short while it will be valid. So it was literally, everyone was sort of waiting on standby for us to say, okay, we got it now, book everything. And so that's pretty much how it happened. And we really pulled together the wedding in like a month and a half or so, really short order, but we wanted a wedding. We'd earned it. 15, for our 15-year anniversary, we got a wedding.